But look at this view that we've got behind us that we've been taking photos in. It's amazing. And so far the wind hasn't got that bad, so it's been pretty good.
But yeah, definitely would recommend this walk.
We just got back in the van and we couldn't figure out where the cats had gone. I think Tia could spot or sense something because she just kind of growled when she stopped on the path there looking forwards, and she was sitting there ages watching for quite a while, and she growled at it and then she's turned around and gone back the other way. So
hi everyone, and welcome to our channel. We are Hannah and Jonny, also known as Finding Our Adventure. In 2020 we converted our Ford Transit to live in full time. Since then, we've been on an endless adventure with our two cats, Tia and Skye, exploring, living and working in our tiny home. Join us each week for a new episode of Finding Our Adventure.
good morning everybody, and welcome to another episode of Finding Our Adventure. We had a really peaceful night's sleep here last night, and we're basically finishing the Ring of Kerry today. We're going to head to Killarney National Park, and we've got a few photo shoots of some products that we need to do today. And the reason we're going to do it this morning, hopefully, is because the weather's supposed to start getting pretty rough over the next few days. Starting from today, it's supposed to get up to about 50-60 mile per hour winds, and from tomorrow it's supposed to be quite heavy rain. So we're a little bit worried about that because yeah, being in a high-sided vehicle, it's never good to be in a really windy situation. So we're going to take it as it goes, see what the situation is, and try to find some good parkups that are a bit more sheltered maybe, and then see how much exploring we can do. So we're going to head off now, go to the national park and try to get some cool shots. We've been driving along the Ring of Kerry still, heading into the national park, and we found the spot that we want to go for a walk now to get some photos of the gear that we're wearing. This is from a brand called Revolution Race, and we've also been taking some really cool photos of the van overlooking some lakes this morning as well in the mountains. So we'll go for a little walk. Hopefully we beat all the wind and everything. It is starting to pick up now, you can feel it, but fingers crossed we get some nice photos.
I'm covered in cat hair, so I'm trying making sure the products look great, because you can't escape cat hair when living with cats.
Okay, that was really successful. We've just got the photos of Hannah's outfit, and now it's time to take Hannah's turn to take photos of me in my outfit. But look at this view that we've got behind us that we've been taking photos in. It's amazing. And so far the wind hasn't got that bad, so it's been pretty good. And actually it adds a little drama, like with the hair blowing and stuff like that. So
let's get your hair blowing now.
Yeah, so I need to get my hair all blowing. But yeah, we're going to get the photos of me quick, and then we're going to head back to the van and try to get some more van photos. But so far that was really nice, quick and easy.
Rocks, and then having the mountains behind you. So maybe mix it up there. Or about so if you go up there, we could have, what do you think?
We've just finished taking the photos. It's been pretty successful. We've managed to avoid any really bad weather, so we're going to head back to the van now, take some shelter from the wind.
Camera card is full.
The camera card is full, so we've got to go get another card as well and head to another point and carry on driving through the national park. We just got back in the van and we couldn't figure out where the cats had gone, and so I lowered the bed down to see if they'd squeeze up there. I don't know how they've both managed to squeeze in there together, but they have, because the bed's right up against the ceiling. And I don't know if you can see this in here very well. Let me take the microphone off quick. But they're both up in there, cuddling together. This is super cute. This is a day we've dreamed of, for them both to get together and cuddle and have like a little snooze together. But they, I don't know why, they've both decided that
it's almost like when we're not watching.
Yeah.
When we're not watching, they'll show affection to each other, but when we're watching, they're like, oh, we don't like each other.
Yeah.
It's like kids, isn't it?
Well, it's like Tia loves her like cave bed that we have for her, not with us at the moment, and I wonder if it's like the dark kind of like cave up there that they feel comfortable in. But yeah, it's very cute seeing them having a little cuddle together. So
the weather has taken a turn for the worse, and it's starting to, well, we just drove through a lot of rain, and it's forecast to get really windy, and we can feel it a little bit at the moment. But we're on the Beara Peninsula at the moment, and we are driving to a campsite because we thought it's best for us to kind of find somewhere to chill for the afternoon, maybe catch up on a bit of work and do some chores, and kind of take shelter from the storm. So we're heading up on a little shortcut along Healy Pass. We're not sure whether I think we'll be okay. We haven't researched, but there haven't been any signs saying that there's width restrictions or anything like that. We just went past a big van, so we are hoping we'll be okay. So we'll keep you posted.
We've just stopped to take some photos, so Hannah's just run up the road. There's no one on here, and this is like epic scenery. Like, it's mountain passes, beautiful mountains, waterfalls, and we're on this bridge at the moment where we're just taking some cool photos. Gotta go because there's a car. We've just found another really good viewpoint to get some photos, but the wind is really strong up here, and it feels like the van's gonna get pushed over the edge. Like, oh, it's pretty scary. So hopefully Hannah gets the shots quick, and then we can get off this mountain. I feel like I'm about to topple down the hill. I didn't expect to come across a mountain pass like that in Ireland. That's probably one of the best roads we've ever done, like up there with some of the mountain passes that we've driven. But with it being quite windy today, we did feel quite exposed at the top there. And it was
very well.
Yeah, the van was rocking quite a bit when Hannah was taking photos, so we're pretty much down now. There's quite a few hairpins to go around, but highly recommend that pass if you come to Ireland, because that was just awesome. And there's no one on it. Like,
no.
We've seen one car and they turned around.
I mean, it is a Monday.
It is a Monday, but the same as even at the weekends, there's been hardly anyone around. So yeah, I mean, there's not many people on the island, but just a...
And it would have been epic to drone it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame it's too windy today, because it would have been cool to get a drone out and fly the drone up to the van, but...
Yeah, just like complete, like, what do you call it when it goes back at hairpins? Yeah, like hairpin after hairpin after hairpin, and you're just, from the view from the top looking down at the pass, absolutely beautiful.
Good morning, everybody. We actually pulled into a campsite last night because the weather was getting pretty bad, and we wanted to get some work done as well, and also because we haven't got any internet with us, we've just been relying on the 3G on our phones. So this campsite has internet, so we're able to catch up on some work, do some emails, watch some videos, and have a nice relaxing afternoon yesterday after a really busy morning getting all those photos done for the different brands, which was a really good, it was a big success. We were able to get loads done, and driving through that mountain pass was amazing, and just getting shots of the van and stuff was really great. So this morning we've just got up, we slept in a little bit because the rain was pretty heavy all night last night and kept us up quite a bit. But yeah, I've just been doing some editing this morning, and Hannah's been giving the van a big clean, so it's all looking really fresh and tidy, ready for the second half of our adventure.
Good morning, everybody. So yeah, this campsite that we're at, it's called Hungry Hill, I think, campsite, and we've been very impressed with it. It's €25 for the night. It includes showers completely free, and it's not one of those like push button showers where you're like, oh, you have to keep pushing it. Really nice showers, includes free Wi-Fi, which is fantastic for us, and there's no extra add-ons other than obviously you have to pay for like your laundry by coins. But we've been really impressed with this site, really happy to find it. It's been nice to have just a little bit of a chill time, and just get everything clean because it's all got a bit dirty, so get rid of our rubbish as well and do all of the chores this morning.
This campsite is actually on the Beara Peninsula, and it's on the south coast, and that's the next part of our journey, is actually going around this peninsula before starting to head back down further south towards the ferry port for the weekend to head back to the UK. So we're going to make the most of it. The weather, actually it's really sunny at the moment, but it's pretty windy outside, but it's not looking great for the rest of the week, so hopefully we can get out and make the most of it anyway, and try to see as much as we can before heading back to our van.
Some hail has just blown in. Oh, it's kind of died down now, but it was just crazy a minute ago. Like tons and tons of hail have just been battering the motorhome, and poor cats are a bit confused as to what's going on, and it's very loud, so we are very grateful that we have got shelter. Right, so it's stopped raining and we're just about to leave the campsite. We are just emptying our grey water now, and then we're going to be heading off.
Go further forward.
Misjudged it again. Jonny keeps moving backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Close enough.
It's like an elephant peeing. I hear it from miles around. So we've left the campsite this morning and we've got all our chores done, and so we're heading from Adrigole to Castletownbere. We're going to go and try and do some chores. We've got some bits and pieces we want to try and find for the cats, hopefully maybe some cat litter, and maybe a bit of food as well, but we have heard that they've got designated spots for campers, so we're going to head there now and maybe wait for the rain to pass again. But it's just kind of showery weather today, so it's like bits of rain and then sun, so we'll just have to time it wisely.
We've arrived at Castletownbere, and it has designated camper van parking spots here, almost like a European Air, and we can actually stay here for 48 hours. We won't obviously stay here for that long, but it's really nice to know that we can leave the van here overnight, we can camp here overnight, and we're going to head into town now, go get some supplies like Hannah said, and then we'll have a little explore before coming back and spending the night here. But we love these sort of spots. It's really great when like little towns provide facilities like this, because it means that we can get out into the town, explore, and obviously, you know, we could become customers in town, so it actually brings revenue into the towns as well.
And also the car parks here, they're decent size, but obviously the spaces are fairly small. So when a big motorhome or camper van comes in, sometimes you can't always fit into a normal bay, so it's really good to have designated spots, so it means that people don't get annoyed with you.
Yeah, they've got like a much bigger buffer, wider area, because with a motorhome we are literally overhanging a normal parking spot, so yeah, thumbs up to this town, they've done a great job.
Yeah, we are excited to explore.
We dressed in waterproofs because obviously the shower's coming through, but as soon as we step out of the van the sun's come out, so the further forecast has looked a lot more dramatic than it's actually been, so fingers crossed it stays like this for the rest of the day. Just walking along the road in the sun to the harbour now. We're going to go look at the boats, and we've explored the town a little bit. We've got some supplies, we've got some extra cat litter that we needed, and yeah, just got to go make the most of the sunshine while it's here.
It was a bargain as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like €1.
It's like €1.50 for like a bag of litter, so I mean it could be rubbish, but it'll get us through till we get back to the UK anyway, so that's always good.
So we've just walked to the other side of where our motorhome is parked, which is just over there, and it's beautiful views across over the harbour, and we're just going to walk a little bit closer to the boats now. And you can get a boat here to Bear Island, which we'll be able to see in a minute as well. So not sure if we're going to be doing that today. I think we're just going to take it easy, but admire it from a distance.
I've just taken shelter from the wind behind this big box to talk to you. Apparently this fishing harbour is one of the five main fishing harbours in Ireland, and apparently it's the second most sheltered and protected natural harbour in the world. So that's a big claim. I don't know anything about that really, but we'll have a look around and we'll let you know. But so far it's a beautiful harbour and it's obviously a big part of this community. I just think we got so lucky with the weather again, because it is supposed to be really stormy.
Yeah, we had hail earlier.
Yeah, hail. It was raining all night. It was raining this morning, and now we've got big blue skies and sunshine. The wind is a little bit on and off, but at least it's not like constantly blowing really hard. It's like every now and then we get a gust, but
it's nice. You make the most of when it's good, right?
Yeah, so it gives us opportunities to talk to the camera about there's a wind noise.
So we've decided to move on from Castletownbere. Because the weather's so nice, we thought actually let's go and make the most of the weather. So we're going to head down a bit further down the coast to a Buddhist temple. So we're going to head there now and see if we can squeeze our motorhome down there.
We've just made it down to the Buddhist meditation centre. We're going to have a little look around. The road coming into the actual centre itself was absolutely epic. It was like really windy. Felt like we were going up to the mountains or something, but it's a few real tight squeezes, but we made it, so we should be able to make it out fine. And we think we could get some really cool photos of the van going back out, because it's just it's a really cool looking road, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've just been walking around the centre, and it's the first time we've really seen the coast properly today, and the waves are huge and they're all smashing up to the coast there. So I think the wind's supposed to be like this when we go back on the ferry, so it's going to be a pretty rough crossing in a few days' time. This whole place is just amazing. We've just been walking around the meditation garden. You can see the temple behind us that's being constructed at the moment. They think about October time it's going to be finished, and apparently the position of the temple on the southwest coast of this peninsula is really important, even around the world apparently. So it's just a really cool, peaceful place with the views of the ocean. It's just magical. We've just got back to Castletownbere after the sanctuary area. It was absolutely beautiful. The views across the cliffs and down to the water are amazing. We both said like this would be an ideal place to live, and we've just come back here because it's a really great park up for tonight. It's nice and sheltered. We think it's supposed to get pretty windy later, and we're just gonna have a little bit of a chill time now, put some dinner on later, and we'll probably catch you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, we had a really nice time at the Buddhist temple sanctuary, and it's so nice that it's open to the public, so it's completely free to enter. They've got lots of parking spaces and you can just drive in. It's a little bit narrow, but we managed to get the motorhome up there, and yeah, just beautiful views outside the cafe, and we saw dolphins, and just yeah, really lovely place. Like, you just feel completely at peace, and we didn't want to leave, but we made ourselves. Good morning everybody. So we have woken up in Castletownbere Haven, which is where we stayed the night. They've got designated motorhome parking spots, and you can stay up to 48 hours. So we decided to come back here for the evening because there was horrible weather last night. We were basically stayed up most of the night because of the weather. It was like moving the van loads, and very, very heavy rain. The cats weren't able to settle either, so they were kind of running around and trying to find safe spots, so we were trying to comfort them as well. So yeah, all of us are a bit tired this morning, so we've had a bit of a lazy morning getting ready, and we're going to head further down the coast to Glengarriff Nature Reserve. So that is where we're heading, and we have got some plans to follow a little bit further down the coast, but we haven't got that many days left, so we've realised we're going to just try and slowly make our way back, but we're not going to have that much time to go to see lots and lots from now on. So we're just looking at our itinerary and figure out what we really want to see before we leave Ireland at the end of the week. As we've realised, we haven't got as much time here in Ireland because it's gone so quickly and there's been so much to see, and there's going to be so much that we're not going to be able to see. So we're not going to be able to spend as much time on the Beara Peninsula, as we've realised we need to start heading south a little bit sooner and make our way down to the harbour, where we're going to be getting the ferry on Sunday. There's a few more places that we want to go to, and we will see how we get to from there. Hello! Success?
Yep, got some cash.
So we've got some cash for the place that we're going to be going after Glengarriff Nature Reserve, as they only accept coins. So we're making sure that we're prepared for that and hoping that we can stay there the night.
Good morning, everybody. We are just stuck at roadworks, but it's really cool, the roadworks in Ireland, or some of the ones that we've seen, because they've got like countdown timers on the traffic lights. So it's gone down from 130 seconds to 55 seconds so far. So at least you know how long you've got to wait, and then it gives you like on the green light how long you've got to go, so you can hang around for like 20 seconds and then go if you really wanted to. But yeah, we're just off to visit some nature reserves this morning. The weather's not too bad today, considering the amount of wind and rain that we had last night, and the cats didn't settle very well last night, so none of us slept very well because of how stormy it was. So yeah, we're gonna go enjoy the day. I'm not sure what the weather's gonna be like over the next 2 days. It's saying it's gonna be quite stormy again, but it's supposed to be stormy every day this week, but it's been alright so far. So I think we're just gonna go make the most of it. We've just arrived at the Glengarriff Nature Reserve, and it's got several different trails that we can go walk. So I think we're going to go make the most of the little trails around here and see what it's got to offer. We've decided to go on the Esknamucky Trail because that's the one with waterfalls. It's about a 3-kilometre loop trail, and
there's nice viewpoints as well, apparently.
Yeah, so excited to go do that. So on the loop that we're doing, there's actually a 1/2 kilometre loop called the waterfall loop that you have to take as an additional bit.
We don't have to take it, but we want to see the waterfall.
Yeah, so we want to see the waterfall, so we're going to do the 1/2 kilometre extra bit, and then we're going to head back onto the trail that we were doing.
Just made it to the viewpoint overlooking the beautiful Glengarriff Nature Reserve, and it's so peaceful up here because it's just rained as well. All of the smells of the pine and like the wood just smells so fragrant and fresh, and it just kind of hits you as you're walking along, and it's just so beautiful. There's beautiful waterfalls and rivers and streams, and you can just hear the sound of the birds, and it's just paradise. We've really enjoyed this walk in Glengarriff Nature Reserve, and there's been so many viewpoints along the way. We've had to stop at like every single one because it's been so beautiful, and you can just see for miles. You can see lots of trees and mountains. It's just been so beautiful. Now we are finishing off the walk, walking along the river just beside me, and we're making our way back to the car park. But yeah, definitely would recommend this walk. It's really well signposted. Right at the end it's a little bit confusing, but it's still easy to find. You won't get lost, and yeah, add it to your list if you're coming to Ireland, in the southwest of Ireland. It's definitely a must visit. We've driven for 30 minutes just down the road to Gougane Barra, which is a beautiful area. I think it's actually a national park. We currently haven't entered the national park bit yet. You have to pay €5. They only accept coins and there's a barrier. That's where we're planning to go in a bit, but we've just stopped off because there's a beautiful church that is just situated on this kind of little outlet, and you can actually get married here. So we're going to go and wander whilst the weather's still nice, just go and have a little walk around the church. It's just started to rain and Jonny was going to pop the drone up in the air, but we're going to have to wait till the rain passes. So we've been so lucky with the weather. We haven't really been out when it's rained, so I think this is one of the first times we've actually been out in the rain.
Go back to the van quick and wait it out.
So we're going to take some shelter.
That's €5.
No, I've given you loads of coins. Come on, Skye.
So we're in the park. It's absolutely beautiful here. It's surrounded by mountains and the sun's just started to set on the peaks, so it's like glowing up all around us. And Tia and Skye are off on a little walk. Tia's doing really well. Not sure where Hannah and Skye have gone, but they're lagging behind somewhere. But yeah, Tia's so good at walking now and she's just taking me through the path. She's really good at following these little paths now. And we're just exploring the forest. It's really nice and green. There's lots of moss on all the trees. There's loads of grass everywhere. And Tia's having a great time exploring. I think Tia could spot or sense something because she just kind of growled when she stopped on the path there looking forwards, and she was sitting there ages watching for quite a while, and she growled at it and then she's turned around and gone back the other way. So I don't know, maybe there's a fox or something in the woods over there. Not sure. That was interesting behaviour. Okay, so Tia and Skye have finished their walks and we've decided before sunset we're going to try hike to the top of this mountain here. It's not very high, so we should be able to make it. The lights are really nice and golden on top, and we should get a really nice view, and then we'll hike back down and put some dinner on. We've only been walking for literally a couple of minutes, and already you can see how high we are compared to the van just down there, and then we're going to head all the way up here to the viewpoint.
Made it!
We've made it to the viewpoint. Unfortunately we can't go up the mountain behind, there's no trails there, and it's kind of like, looks like it's fenced off a little bit. We think some of the trails are further into the mountains, but we've come up as high as we can just before sunset.
Yeah,
bit out of breath because we ran up. But yeah, beautiful up here.
Yeah, it's stunning. I'm so out of breath. But the sun's just dipped behind the mountains and it's just so peaceful. Not seen anybody else. We're absolutely loving it.
We've just got back to the van. That was really nice getting up into the mountains just as the sun was setting. We've got some beautiful views, and that's actually it for this week's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps our channel grow. Give us a comment down below and we'll see you next week for our final episode of our island series.